Hey YouTube, Dr. O. Today I'm going to show you how to change the power window regulator in your 2006 Jeep Grand Cherokee. I've gone through and kind of started the process here to simplify the video. Basically, you can do this with some simple hand tools. You're going to need a screwdriver. You're going to find 3 screws in this, or Phillips head screws. You're going to find one here in the door pull, one up here by the front. You're going to find the third one down here in the door handle. What you're going to want next is some sort of upholstery tool. This is the one we choose to use. And you're gonna have to use probably a small flat bladed screwdriver to kind of start your door panel out. Get your upholstery tool underneath it, and when you pull it back, you're gonna find these little yellow or white push retainers. They come out pretty hard, so don't be surprised if they make a pretty loud snap sound. I'll show you what they look like when we pull the door panel off. I've gone through and loosened them up. Once you get your 3 screws out, loosen up all your push retainers. You're gonna kind of hold out on the door here. There's one last push retainer up here at the top. Usually you can pop that one out by hand. So once you get that popped out, you're going to hold out on your door panel, hold out on that one, and wiggle it up off the door lock. Once you do that, I always just kind of hold my knee against them. You're going to want to pull them back a little bit. There'll be 3 electrical connectors back here. There's this black one at the top. There's a couple white ones. Okay, I've already undone these. And then importantly, there's this lock rod down here, your control rod for your door handle. And I'm going to show you where that hooks. We'll swing the door around. So this control rod is going to hook right into this green retainer here on the door handle. This is the back side of your door handle. So what you'll see, what this will look like essentially, if say this is your rod. Your rod's going to be sitting in the middle of this. It's going to be snapped on like that and down in the hole. So what you do is you just have to unclip it like that and then lift your rod up out of the hole. So once we've got that done, we've got your door panel off. You can see the yellow retainers I was talking about. And ideally your upholstery tool, if this was a door, you'd get in there and you'd pry them a little bit. Like I said, they do make a pretty loud snap sound, and they're in there pretty good. So next, we're going to remove the speaker. It's got looks like 4 Phillips heads on it, or 7mm, whatever you choose to use there. We're going to take the door speaker out, and then we're going to remove this watershed. That's pretty simple. It's held on with an adhesive. You pull it back. You can use I don't know if this blade's sharp or not, but usually I'll go along with a razor knife. You just go along slowly, holding tension on it, cutting that off until it's removed. Then we'll go from there. Okay, YouTube. We've got the water shield off, the speaker's out, door panel's off. Next thing we're going to want to do is loosen up the clamps that hold the window regulator to the window. Before you do that, put something on the window to hold it. We use these little suction cup cable retainers. You can use a piece of tape or whatever you got to do to keep the window in the up position. So the first hole you're going to want to, first of all, you don't want to make your windows all the way up, obviously. You're going to come through this hole here. There's going to be a bolt. It takes a 10mm socket. Just go ahead and loosen that up and take it out. You're going to get another one back here in this hole. You can loosen it up, take it out. So now that you've got both of those out, these are just like a clamp that clamps the regulator to the glass. So once you've done that, if your window regulator still works, just go ahead and plug your door panel back in. Plug in these 2 white connectors here in the back. Get these plugged in. Now they're plugged in, just go ahead and turn the key on. Run your window down. You can hear this one's crunching and making some awful noise. Now you've done that, shut the key off. Go ahead and unplug these, get these out of the way. Get your panel back out of the way. Now we're going to go through here. We're going to loosen or unhook the electrical connector on our window regulator. Take the bolts out of the regulator, and I'm going to show you how to take that out. Okay, we've gone this far. We've got our window stabilized. We've lowered the regulator if that's possible, if yours isn't all bound up. Next thing you're going to want to do, unhook the electrical connector here on the motor. And we'll push it, pull it. Looks like we've got about 5 bolts here that we need to loosen up or take out. The 2 gray colored bolts, you're going to want to remove those completely. Got those removed completely. You can see these ones here are kind of key weighting. You got one here, one here, one here. You can remove them or take them out. I just loosen them up. Or you can loosen them up or take them out, I guess. Let's go ahead and loosen those up. Now that you've done that, you've got one plastic push retainer here that goes in the regulator. Pop that out. You've got another one right here. Reach up and pull that out. Okay, now that you've done that, reach into the speaker hole and you can see, like I said, these are keyhole. You can kind of pick them up and fiddle with them a little bit to get them wiggle through the hole. And the same thing on this one here. Oh, lied to you. Looks like they do have to be removed. So, take them out all the way. Maybe make the process easier. Alright, so we got them out. Change the plans. Tip our regulator down. You gotta fiddle with these things sometimes to get them out. Getting the old one out is not a problem because it's already broken. See the order in which it has to go. Kind of pay attention because it's the way it's going to have to go back in. So it comes out just like that. I'm going to grab the new one, show you how to put it back in. Pretty simple. Okay, so we've got our new regulator. Went ahead and just got one right from Dodge. The ones they make aftermarket through Dorman are absolute garbage. Don't waste your money. Spend the extra, $2, buy a Mopar one. So these are the window clamps I was telling you about that we loosened up in the first step. You can see they've already got the bolt in them. When you tighten it down, it just makes like a sandwich effect that squeezes the glass. So the factory one here had a bolt here, had a bolt here. It's got one here. We're just going to go ahead and pull that out because that's how we took it out. So I'm going to kind of stick it right back in the same way. Start with the motor side, get that up through there. Come through the speaker hole and grab that. A little bit of a dance, get them up in. Get it up and around. And it probably doesn't matter which side you start with. Okay, you gotta get them around so you can see the bolt hole. Grab one of the bolts I took out originally. Started, let that side hang. Over here and do the same thing with this side. Like that. Got our other bolts here, the two silver ones we took out from the bottom. Go ahead and put those in, get those lined up. Get this lined up. I'm going to go ahead and go through, finish putting the rest of the bolts in. We're going to plug in the motor. We've got to put our plastic retainers back in the holes where we took those out of. Get things tightened down. We're going to run the power window motor up, reclamp it to the window and make sure it works. Alright YouTube, we've got the window regulator installed. We've tightened down the bolts we removed, put the wire clips back in, we plugged the motor back in. We're going to take and hook up the power window switch again. Just kind of hold the door panel. We're going to plug in our two white connectors. Reach in, turn the key on. Alright, we're going to run our window motor, or our window regulator here up to the top. You're going to be able to watch the clamps go up. You're going to see them hit the glass. Oops. Okay, once they're up all the way, make sure they lined up on the glass good and didn't cut the edge of it. Give it a couple flicks, make sure it's got good up tension on it. Take and just shut the key off. If you want, just go ahead and let the door panel hang there. We're going to reach in, snug these up. See, they're on the window. Whatever mechanism you have holding the glass, just go ahead and let that loose. Got those on. Now before we go and put the door all the way together, we're going to want to just verify the operation of this. We're going to run all the way down and then all the way up. Should run smooth, no binding. Shouldn't hear cables crunching and creaking and making all kinds of noise. So after we've verified that it worked, let's go ahead and unplug your door panel again. Plug's going to set that to the side. If you dropped any bolts on the bottom of the door, make sure you get those out so you don't have any kind of annoying rattles. We're going to take and put the water shield back on. There's usually enough adhesive or adhesion left in the black sticky stuff they put on there. They'll stick back on, no problem. We'll put the door speaker back on, and then I'll show you how to put the door panel back on. Okay, now that you've got the everything on the window regulator tight, you put your water shield back on, put the speaker back in, make sure you plug the speaker in. You might forget that, stink to have to tear the whole thing back apart. Make sure you got any loose bolts that you dropped down inside the door from the old window regulator, you got them out. Make sure you got your flashlight. It's no fun to have to tear the door back apart. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the door panel back on. Go through, make sure you've got all your yellow and white retainers in the door. I'm going to set the door up here, it's going to be hard to see, but we're going to hook the clip back up on the control rod. We're going to simply put the control rod in, push around till it snaps. We're going to plug in our two electrical connectors here, reattach that to the door, and then the one for the power windows and such there. So we'll go ahead and do that. Like I said, it's kind of hard to see behind here, so just time to do it. I'll tell you about it. Got the control rod back on. Like I said, just kind of hold the door with your knee. Makes the process a little easier. Your two white connectors. Got one black connector here on this model. So this next part here is kind of tricky. Kind of pain in the neck, really. So what we want to do, there's a lip here on this door panel. It's got to go up here in the door track. So you're going to want to start your lock in there. Kind of hold out on the, no real graceful way to do this. Just kind of push in on top of the door panel. See if we can't get it to latch over here. A real pain in the butt sometimes. And I kind of need three hands in some cases. Oops, missed it that time. Get it pushed over. Once you get it to latch on the top, go ahead and line up this push nail up here. And then what you're going to want to do is just kind of go around the door. Once they start to line up, you just go through and push them right in. So it's actually pretty simple. Once you get the first one started, you get the other ones to go. We're going to take the three screws we took out previously, one in the door pull, one in the door handle itself, one in the front here. We're going to put those in. We want to verify that your power locks work. We're going to verify that the mirrors work, and then ultimately make sure the window goes up and down smoothly without binding. So it's simple as that. Anybody can do it, and hope you enjoy the video. If you do, subscribe to our channel. Check us out on Facebook.